Yo, 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 man. We back, man, with another dope interview, man. Another dope interview, man. I am Maxie. Maxie, don't sleep on Instagram and all that type shit. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't about me. You know what I'm saying? We got a special guest in the building, man. Who we got in the building, man?
Teezy Washington, a.k.a. Teezy.
Teezy, man. Big Teezy. You know what I'm saying? You done earned the name Big Teezy. You know what I'm saying? You was Teezy a long time ago, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You done renovated yourself and most definitely came a long way. You know what I'm saying?
Blessed.
Blessed, man. So for the people that don't know, man, where you from, man?
I'm from Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Hopkinsville, man.
Yeah,
Hoptown, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Hometown, Hoptown, you know what I'm saying? Where about in Hoptown, though? You know what I'm saying?
Gainesville Projects, East Side, baby.
Hill, man, on the hill, man. Kill Hill, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of history. And for those that don't know, I grew up there too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is a personal interview right here. We have a lot of stories together, you know, that a lot of people don't know, you know, and stuff like that. But we're going to start from the beginning, man. What was a young Teezy like growing up in Gainesville and Hoptown, you know, from elementary school? Like, what was a young Teezy like in elementary school, man?
I was a little hothead, man, you know, but more of a lover too, you know. A little mix of both, but, you know, but seen a lot, you know, back in my days growing up. We didn't have much, so, man, my ambition was to get some money, you know, at a young age. You know, so I'll say,
Was you selling candy?
man,
In elementary?
you named it, said it all. I used to go to Kaufman's, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, I started off with some Jolly Ranchers and slapsticks and, you know, little stuff like that.
Man, the
Little
slapstick.
suckers, you know, with the little blow pods. And then I'm like, man, I'm going to put a little twist to it.
Yeah.
So I was getting like some Kool-Aid packages and stuff, you know, and put them in a bag, sandwich bags and stuff. So
You're selling grams of Kool-Aid?
Yeah, you buy a blow pop, man. You get your little Kool-Aid, you dip it in, you know, change the scenery of it. And man, you know, I done pretty good, you know.
Yeah. So do you feel like you fell in love with it right there? It was just having a little lump in your pocket?
Yeah.
You just fell in love with the lump?
I did. I mean, I'm like, what else can I do to get more? You know, just a little something, you know, for my age anyways, you know. So I'm like, what can I do to get more? So,
yeah. And it's crazy because back then, like, kids wasn't labeled with ADHD and depression and all that type of shit. Niggas just had to go through that shit.
Yeah, it was natural to me, man. You know? So
the adversity was crazy. Like, to overcome was normal.
Yeah, it was. It was, man, because, you know, my mom, you know, she was sick, you know, so she was pretty much in and out the hospital a lot. And, you know, so my daddy was in prison most of my life. So I'm just, you know, came the man of the house. I'm like, man, I'm tired of seeing my mom struggling and stuff and, you know, then putting a burden on her. So, I mean, it was time to get some act right, you know. It's like, man, step up a little bit and, you know, calm down, you know. Doing stupid stuff at school, then principal called, my teacher called my mama personally because he knew her back then. And
I hated that.
That's
the part about being in a small town.
Yeah, it was. Because back then my granddad had left my mama a house and pretty much my teacher, his parents had owned pretty much the whole neighborhood over that way besides our house that we stayed in, you know, that I actually really grew up in, you know. But, you know, so he always trying to get my mom to sell the house, but my mom like, no, this is something that's going, if she sells to anybody, it could be somebody in the family, which my cousin wound up buying it for a little nothing, you know, because we had moved to Atlanta and we stayed there for like a couple of years.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, I was down there, man. Freaknik and all that.
Yeah,
back in the day. And you talking about a way different environment, man.
Yeah.
It was schools were different. You talking about, like, man, be honest with you, I learned more at my elementary school than when I moved back up here. I'm like,
He was turned then.
I'm not been on all this.
Yeah.
Like, man,
It's crazy.
that's why I was so bored and stuff, and just like, man, I know all this stuff, and so I just be like the class clown a little bit, and just goof off because, like I say, I know my stuff, but
Yeah.
I was really affecting other kids from learning some stuff they didn't know yet. So yeah,
Listen to that growth. Yeah. Listen to that growth. Fuck them kids. No, just yeah. But also that was kind of a attention thing too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think growing up like in the hood, especially like the environment, or just being from Hoptown, period. Like, it seems like it's like a mentality to be up front. Like, we got to be seen type shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, like, when you got a bunch of people that want to be seen at once, then you got to show out.
Yeah.
So, it's like crazy. You know what I'm saying? How we reach for attention. We didn't know we was reaching for attention.
No.
But we was doing things to get attention.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We definitely was, man. We definitely did back then, so.
Was that middle school? About middle school, that's when it was just up then.
That's when I had to, take off,
Yeah. That's in the D. Oliver days.
Yeah.
I think gambling was introduced to us at an early age.
Man, that was pretty big on us.
Yeah. My daddy was around, and it was just dice games every porch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You go from porch to porch in Gainesville and catch a dice game.
Yep.
You know,
all day, every day, man, because the game was popping then. So, you used to have them other gamblers come up. They used to pop their trunk, set up their little tables and stuff like that. I mean, listen to Master P and stuff like that. Turn $1 out of 15 cents, all that, crazy stuff. Like, man, we actually done that. Because, you know what I'm saying, we shot nickels and till we got up to dollars, start shooting dollars, and dollars to $5 and $5 on up, Man, like,
I can remember times when we came together and we was like, I got $20, you got $20. How can we turn this into something like, type shit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we did.
Yeah, but
we found a way.
We definitely did, man. We found some ways, But.
So would you say, like, I know the answer to this, but would you say, like, growing up in Hoptown and Gainesville was like a big influence by seeing money get passed around just made you a go-getter?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. I was just sitting on my porch, watch people come up with their flashy cars and, then making transactions and, just seeing that, man. And, like, Gainesville was, like, flooded with, fiends and just
hustlers
fiends, man,
like,
go-getters,
crazy,
man. I seen a whole lot of big-time people came out of Gainesville, man, and passed through Gainesville, And I seen that, I'm like, man, hold on, man. Something got to change. I had to jump off the porch, man.
Yeah.
Like, man, my friends, like, I pretty much gave up my childhood, really. You know what I mean? But, man, seeing that, I'm like, man, I'm going to have to do something because, like I said, at the end of the day, man, my mom, she was, like, in and out the hospital, so I feel like, stepping up, man, being a man,
Yeah.
And I want a lot of stuff, too, I ain't had no flashy clothes, no Jordans or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? So I figured that stuff I want that, my mom ain't gonna be able to get it. So I figured, get it on my own. Enemies necessary,
Most definitely. Yeah. And back then, like jobs and mowing grass and stuff like that, it wasn't like available to do. We didn't have grass.
I tried that, man. Look, man, my uncle used to come and get me on weekends, man. To go mow grass, and like he ain't got no truck, no trailer or nothing, man. We walking all across town.
Yeah.
He break my $5 a yard or something like this. I'm thinking like, man, I'm seeing him getting peeled off some money, like, and give me $5 out of him, and I'm doing all the work.
He was pimping.
I said, oh man. So I'm like, I know then that working for somebody, it wasn't for me, man.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. I'm looking like, nah, man, you pimping me.
Yeah.
You think I'm just young, but man, dang.
And that's crazy at a young age you can see that because a lot of people don't see that. They whole life.
Yeah.
You got to think there's people that's still working at McDonald's that's 40 and 50, and no knock to them, but to see 1,000 burgers go through here today, and I got $8 an hour for this, like it just don't add up.
They don't add up to me.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. I'm like, man, I want more.
Yeah.
You know, so he's trying to come get me on the weekends, and you know, my mom's like, "Your uncle here." I'm like,
yeah,
nah, I ain't going in. Come on, boy, you gonna go out there? And I said, nah, I'm sick or something. Just tell him sick. I don't. So she don't even answer the door. So he'll pull like a chair in front of the door, let me know he was there or whatnot. Then I guess he got the point that I ain't coming back.
Yeah, he ain't coming back.
Nah, I ain't coming back.
Man, I can remember I was cutting grass for my granddaddy on First Street. We had the house on First Street. My granddaddy stayed beside the church, across some attics down the way. So I would push the mower up there and mow the grass. And then when everybody moved out of First Street, I would mow the grass over there. And one time I about cut my finger off, man. After that, I ain't never touched a mower, man. I stuck my hand in there and
it
cut
could
off.
be dangerous, man.
It's dangerous for that little bit of bread.
Man, then you got snakes and stuff, man. Like, man. Then by the time you walking from here to there, hell, you be tired of trying to mow damn grass, man. So I'm like,
I was like, man, I almost lost my hand. How am I gonna shoot dice?
Man,
with no hand, I need this hand. I ain't mowing grass no more.
That's crazy because we were some lucky mugs back then, man. We used to hit them on the dice game.
Now you used to hit them.
Yeah.
This might be the luckiest man. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't even say it was skill back then because we all was throwing them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Out the cup, anything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? There was advanced people coming to shoot dice. You know what I'm saying? And usually, I would say 80% of the chance Teezy was going to win the dice game. You know, and people knew that and still shot dice with him.
Yeah, I had a guy, man, who was gambling. Man, you know, I'm like 11 years old, something like that, and I had like a little pouch. You know, so I'm turning that bus up, man. I'm turning them up, you know, so my pouch was kind of full.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, a little older cat than me, you know, our guy that we just got through talking about. So him and my partner brother, you know, me not paying no attention, not knowing that, you know, I ain't expected they're gonna try to rob me or anything. So man, when they done that, when I was gambling, they snatched my my pouch with all my money in there. Yeah, I'm looking like that's my whole life right there. I done grinded up on. So you know, I'm hawking them down. I'm hawking them. I'm like, nah, I can't go for this.
Yeah.
So you know, I caught up with them. I'm like, man, like some of you see on the move, I dive on them. I ran dive on them. You know, come here. Start beating him, you know, it's like, all right. He let my pouch go, and he took on to his own side of town or whatnot. So my partner brother, he was still on the porch or whatnot. So I'm like, man, everybody from the hood, they see me chasing dudes. So, you know, everybody run towards for my defense to make sure I'm good. So that, you know, I got my money back. Dude already ran towards his way, to his side of town. So, you know,
crazy.
Like, man, what happened? Like, man, they trying to rob me, man. And, you know, and I say, everybody like, yeah, right, because they know I got, you know, that little crazy little mentality. So they're like, yeah, right. So I said, yeah, no. Old boy had something to do with it, too. So, you know, so we marching on down there. I said, I got to make an example of myself, man. I can't let people really know that I ain't to be messed with. So, man, back in our days.
Is that the time you bust that shotgun?
Yeah. Yeah, man. You know.
Yeah, I do, okay.
Shotgun, because we used to go to Dairy Queen back in the days. And people used to pull up in trucks with shotguns and stuff on the back, so I had to have one of them. Yeah. Caught them slipping one night at Dairy Queen, man. So, I went home, got my little shotgun, man, and, you know, shot him, man. Like, man. So, you know, a couple bucks had hit him and stuff like, hey, man, you know, I ain't had nothing to do with it. I said, man, I feel like you did, you know, but, you know, we kind of squashed it, though, because at that time, my partner, he was sent off already. So, you know, but I looked at his brother like a older brother to me, you know, because we always cool, you know. So, you know, we kind of squashed it, though, man. But then it just, people know then, like, hey, man, he, you know, show a little respect, man. Trying to gain my respect, man.
Yeah. He gonna stand his ground.
Man.
Yeah, because I can remember, you know what I'm saying? I can, like, vividly remember times when, like, I seen y'all coming up the hill off the bus or something, you and D. Oliver and all them walking up the hill off the bus with a blanket in your backpack and put it out. Don't even go in the house, just throw it on the porch, man, and go on and start shooting. Because you and D. Oliver was like in competition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, man, like, it was crazy.
Because I motivated him, man.
Yeah.
But he had an older cousin that, you know, KC was his older cousin. So back then, KC didn't want him to do anything. So Diallo used to come up under me all the time, watch me, because I used to come, you know, we was 6th grade with a big old knot.
Yeah.
He was like, man, wait, man, what you doing? I said, man, I'm a hustler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this, I'm doing that, gambling. And gambling was his thing as well. You know what I'm saying?
Was, yeah.
So he was like, man, forget basketball, man. I'm coming over there with you.
Yeah.
So, you know, he used to, like, man, we don't even go home, man. We just go to the block, man. We'll set up a little shop, man. We gambled.
Yeah.
And everybody used to come over, man. I mean, somehow we just be lucky, you know.
Sure enough.
So,
yeah.
you know, one thing turns to another one.
It was a lot of love on the block, though.
Oh, yeah, it was.
It was crazy because just being able to go from house to house, even like if you didn't have nothing, people was going to look out for you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to jump in the dice game, here, man, here's 30, man, jump in the dice game, whatever, you know what I'm saying, to keep the show going. And so you don't see that too much no more.
Man, we always want to see each other with something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus, you know, trying to hate on each one another who got the most or whatnot like that, you know. It's all like, you know, equal, man, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, one person get more money than the other, you know. We ain't looking like that. We look like, shit, I'm trying to figure out a way to get my own money, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And back then, I ain't had nobody to help me out or nothing like that. I ain't had no older brothers or nothing like that. So, you know, what I did on my own. You know, I pretty much taught myself, man. And, you know.
And you got a good heart, too. So, like, where did that come from? Because I can remember back in the days, like, you might have been one of the first young niggas with a car, you know what I'm saying, rimmed up, bang, you know what I'm saying, type shit like that. But at the time, and I ain't gonna say the first because Lil Marcus and them too was riding. You had a lot of people ride. Lil Marcus, he might be 10 or 11. You know what I'm saying? But I can remember you just throwing the keys to people, even me. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, shit, I ain't going nowhere today. Here's the keys, man. Shit, do what you do. Like,
I never was selfish, man. I always see my mama. I probably get it for my mama, man. Because my mama, man, she took in my uncle's kids. You know, when my uncle was on the road and mom was like in jail or whatnot, and like I said, she couldn't afford to, but she did. You know what I'm saying? Because the kind of her heart, and you know, she didn't want to see them kids go nowhere else, and you know, so I see her bust her butt every time, man. You know, taking care of me, my sister, and plus 2 other kids as well. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, my uncle, when he do come in, you know, he drop a little something off, then he got to get back on the road, you know. So, I mean, then my mama, like you say Marcus and all them, she used to feed the neighborhood. You know, we ain't really have it, but, man, no, we used to chill on my porch. Somehow, our crib always been like the hanging spot. You know what I'm saying? So, mama's cook that chicken, and, you know, that's when the real chicken sandwich get a little piece of bread, a chicken wing, and put some little ketchup on it. And so, you know, everybody sitting around and they looking hungry. Mama like, y'all want some too? Everybody, yeah. So, you know, my mom, she used to, you know, even though she ain't have it, she used to, you know,
still help everybody.
Yeah.
And too, it's crazy because like there was several places like that even in Gainesville, you know what I'm saying? It was like that. My dad would barbecue for the hood. You know what I'm saying? He would give you shit.
Niggas
Niggas
was a hustler though, man. He would charge us though, man.
Yeah, niggas would still steal shit off the grill.
Oh yeah, he kept chasing them.
Yeah,
man. Your dad was a natural born hustler, man.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man. Like me and Big Nick, we got together, man. We hooked up, team up, man. Like, man. It's like I learned so much from him, man.
Yeah.
Because Big Nick, he's a, like you said, he's a hustle.
Yeah.
Then had some girls over there, and like he was hustling, pimping, and doing
anything. Yeah, pimping,
but you gotta have some money, man. You're gonna deal with Big Nick. You gotta have some money, Yeah, I remember the time, man. I think I don't know. We went somewhere. I stopped to get something, and I was on house arrest.
Yeah.
But me and you, we was driving. Well, I think you was driving, or was I driving, or whatnot? I think I was driving.
Was it on Collinet when he stayed on Evergreen?
No, when we was at the liquor store, when I parked at the liquor store.
Oh yeah.
I went to go get my SKS, man.
Yeah.
And
I was driving. Yeah, that's the Impala. Yeah.
So I went to go get my gun and stuff. Then come around, see a whole bunch of lights. I said, "Oh dang!"
Yeah.
I said, I turned back around, took off, man. My dude, he put me in his trunk.
Yeah, you rode right past us while they asking me who cars is this and that. I'm like, man, I don't know. I was just walking down Greenwood Road.
Well, I wasn't expecting they gonna take you to jail, though.
Yeah, they took a nigga to jail. Everything. Man. I was in there banging Hot Boys #7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you let the music go on, man.
Yeah.
And the serve came
banging. Man, they came, man. Whose car is that, man? I don't know, man. Where's the person driving it, man? I don't know, man. I just asked for a ride, man. Damn.
Man, you got home.
Man, they took a nigga in.
Man, I'm sitting there, me and your daddy gambling.
Gambling. As soon as I walk in, you just pass me the gin. Here, man. Shit. Like nothing ever happened. Here, get in the dice game.
You was bad as bug, man. You was bad. I was like, man, I apologize, man. I just couldn't get caught with that, man. Because I ain't no telling. It was automatic, too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, nah, I couldn't get caught with that one.
Man, that was crazy.
Yeah, you took one for the team. I appreciate that.
I did. That was a part of the game, though.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Like
somebody that's, under pressure, but like, man, it was Martez Washington, man. I could tell you where you stay at. Nah, it was nothing like that.
Take me to jail, yeah.
Man,
take me on in.
It wasn't no snitching like it is now,
sure
man.
enough. Man, it's crazy.
Man.
Yeah, and so
time now.
And so fast forward up till past because high school is the same shit as middle school. Get money, you know what I'm saying, this and this and all that, and then later on, it seems like that shit kind of got old to you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and you tried a lot of different other things. So tell a few people about like the first business venture. Because that's why we here too, you know what I'm saying? He's an entrepreneur, hustler, go-getter, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what we trying to inspire, so.
I want to say the first business adventure probably could have been either the club. I think the club.
Yeah.
I had a club then.
The Walnut Street?
Yeah. I say that probably the first adventure.
Yeah.
And it was doing pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Just like dealing with a whole lot of rough raps and stuff, man. And people got killed behind some stuff that happened at my club. Yeah. I figured like, this probably, I need to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think I went from the club probably to the restaurant.
Yeah. In the back of the club.
Back of the club.
Yeah. I remember.
And then,
I remember that, man. He selling frozen cheeseburgers out there, bitch.
Yeah. Man,
I came one time, got cheese. I was like, bro, you got to switch the cheeseburgers up, bro. He was like, I think about selling some strawberry shortcake up in this thing and all that type shit.
Yeah, the feeling was pretty good.
Yeah.
So, that then we just play poker and stuff in the area that's after hours and then a guy next to me, my neighbor got killed while we playing poker. I ain't even knowing, man. And like somebody had came knocked on the door and was like, man, see what's going on out here? Not, man. We're like, nah, what's going on? So we seen a whole lot of lights and stuff. Like, what happened? Like, somebody just killed old boy. I said, seriously? I said, man, we just playing all through this. We not even knowing nothing, man. And I'm like, yeah. And that time I was going to court and stuff like that, so my lawyer then popped up on me to make sure it wasn't me or something. I'm like, man, so you know he was getting paid a little money back then.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, well, I was like, what's next? So I think I like done the car wash because everybody had cars and stuff like that, and we had a few car washes, but you know, so I'm like, let me try washing cars.
Because you was out there washing them yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I had to get dirty, man.
You different. At the restaurant, you cooked the burgers. At the club, you was at the dough and you served drinks.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? You did it all. Yeah.
Actually, I used to come up with the boulder grade just to get my liquor, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then, you know, went from that to I take that back.
What about real estate?
Real estate. I got it in there.
Yeah.
I was staying in apartments then, and I got caught. Well, my ex-girl, she always wanted a dog, and that time they had no policy, no dog policy. So, you know, we wound up getting caught with the dog, and, you know, they pretty much fined us at first. And I'm like, man, forget that. So I'm gonna buy me a house. You know, I ain't gonna rent no house. I'm gonna buy me a house.
Yeah.
So at that time, you know, money was pretty good. So, you know, I put a nice chunk of money down on the house and stuff like that.
Did you know the process, or was you just like, I got some money, I'm finna go buy a house?
Yeah. It was like that. It wasn't, you know.
Do you think that's a mistake for a person that got money to just be like, just go buy a house?
Yeah.
Or they should learn?
Yeah, that's a learning process.
Yeah.
I ain't go through that yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn because, you know, the things I went through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I figure, yeah.
Just take a bag, a Piggly Wiggly bag full of cash. You can't do that.
Nah, man.
A brown paper bag don't work in real estate. It do, but it's not the right.
It ain't the right way to go.
Yeah.
Trust me, it ain't. But, you know, I learned from that. And so now I kind of use the bank.
Yeah.
And actually, I would say I don't like the interest rates on it, but
Yeah.
you ain't worried about nobody taking your house either, you know.
Right.
So I don't know.
It's just paperwork. A lot of times going through the bank is just
and credit,
paperwork, leveraging your credit, all that shit.
I ain't had none of that, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no credit. I ain't at the time making money. I ain't thinking about no credit, but now.
Yeah.
Credit is everything.
Everything.
Man. It's everything. And that was one of the mistakes I made when I was young.
Yeah.
Like, man, like a friend of mine, like, man, you got to get you some credit stabbers or something. Because, bad credit is better than no credit. So, you know, you need, you know, for the things that you're doing, you say, man, you need to at least get like a credit card to start off with and, you know, and work your way up. And which I did. And like, man, I said, what I'm doing wrong? Because you paying it off too fast, man. You swipe it, then you say then you don't give him time to make no money, you know, time to build it up.
Yeah.
He said, man, you know, so, you know, a friend of mine, he taught me the ropes, so trying to use a credit card, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, let them make their little money first. Then, you know, you feel like you want to do something else, then you pay it off, then move to something else, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know,
built that relationship with the lenders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then after a while, they be like, hey, come on in here, Mr. Teezy. You know, they call you by your last name no more. They let you come on in there.
Mr. Washington.
Yeah.
I fell through the door now there, you know. But I'll say
liquor store. You had the real estate, liquor store.
Yeah.
You know, invested into that.
Because my crib, I had so much liquor. They're like, man, you might as well open up a liquor store. All this liquor you got in here and stuff, because, you know, I said, damn, that don't sound like no bad idea. Then, before I know it, a friend of mine presented the opportunity to open up a liquor store.
Yeah.
And I said,
and at the time, you feel like you was an alcoholic at that time?
Yes. I did.
An alcoholic with a liquor store.
I'm sitting there trying all types of liquor, man. Bucal, man, to man, all types of different liquor.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out what fits me. You know, yeah. So yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, I actually opened up a liquor store, man. It was so crazy because I brought a Hummer after that. And then I was going through some things with a friend of mine got killed, D. Oliver.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So, you know, it was, man, it was like a disaster, man.
Yeah. And so through the bumps and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Getting into the real estate, jumping off the real estate, I'm going to speed it on up to now.
Yeah.
We can jump around. Not only into real estate with owning houses, residential houses and stuff, you got into the commercial side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So a historical building in Hoptown, the Princess Theater. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like a few people tried to do something with it and they just didn't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And it fell into your possession. So how'd that work out? Like,
I'll say not too good. It was doing all right at first, then the police and all this stuff started interfering, and people started just spreading apart and going to other places to rent the buildings, having parties at now. And I feel like, man,
it's got a lot of potential.
It do. I still got it. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Yeah. I got a whole lot of potential buyers, so it's still up in the air right now whether I want to sell it or keep it or whatnot. But I'm in the process now this year trying to get some stuff in rotation and trying to get my liquor license and trying to open up like a lounge, you know. So it's one of my to-do things, but I'm not sure I want to do it now because
we had to talk about, I told you an idea about it, you know what I'm saying? And I think that that location eventually is going to go up in value due to it being a historical place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just trying to keep it intact long enough for it to do what it do.
Yeah, because they changing the laws and stuff around there now. Around the time I brought it, I had a guy come up to me talking about how they're going to try to redo downtown and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, we could give you a grant and, where you could fix it up. All you got to do is get your license and everything or whatnot. I'm like, well, it's something I probably hold on to, but I don't want no grant from y'all. Because I don't want to feel like y'all in my pocket. So, I'm in y'all pockets or whatnot. I want to do my own thing. I'm always want to do my own thing. So, I'm still holding on to it for right now. And like I said, they is trying to make some changes. And I think that better be a prime spot for something, So, I'm trying to see, hopefully, weigh my options and trying to change with the community down there. Do something, man. Because, like I said, if I sell it, then I feel like our color ain't going to be able to have access to that no more. And I'm trying to hold on to this as I can. It'd be love to get some support, but it's all good, though. It comes with the territory. So.
Most definitely. And sometimes you got to change your customers.
Yeah. And I
you
thought
know
about
what I'm saying?
that.
You know what I'm saying? It's good. We try to do for the black community and stuff like that, but sometimes it just don't work out like that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to open up to. I always said, kids don't discriminate. Kids don't discriminate. They don't care who owned the building. If it's a Chuck E. Cheese, they want to get in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. So a kid's place is always gonna do good numbers, you know what I'm saying? But Hoptown is lacking that. There's nothing for the kids, and that's the majority places. We here in Bowling Green, ain't nothing for the kids to really do. Go to the jump zone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people feet stink, all that shit. Like, you gotta go through that shit. Like, it's like, damn, we ain't got nothing else. Like, you go to Atlanta, you got kids going to the fly zone. You can do all kind of shit.
All
like
types, man.
Museum or whatever. Like,
and it's crazy, man. A small town, they put up a restaurant or something that we don't need.
Yeah.
So many gas stations, you know, and
coffee shops.
Yeah, man, some unnecessary stuff, man. But we ain't thinking about these kids.
Sure no.
And they wonder why the kids like messed up in the head because they mostly were at home on their phone, in the game. They don't even come out the house no more, man.
No.
You know, back in our days, we
that
ain't
was
had
punishment.
Yeah, it was punishment.
Yeah, you staying in the house today? Just whoop me.
Yeah,
damn. Like I'll take a whooping over staying in the house.
I get on your nerves when you want to kick me out the house. You going out there, you told me I can't come out. We going out there. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I said that was easy.
Sure enough.
Yeah. So and I feel like this new generation is like kind of messed up, man.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like you said, man, listen, back in our days, our parents didn't buy us no gold or nothing. We built our own.
Yeah.
You know, and
we played on
outside.
We played on the hill behind your house, and if you missed, you lost the ball.
Yeah.
It went to the interstate.
Yeah. It's going. Yeah.
So, yeah. It wasn't no court. You got kids now, go play basketball. Man, ain't no court around here. I'm like, man, shoot. We played on a hill.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We was outside, so we was finding anything to come up with to do, you know. But versus now, like, I don't see how they do it.
Yeah.
You know, like, man, you gotta get out there.
Yeah.
You know, get outside, man. But now you don't got to.
But two,
everything's on social media now.
Yeah, and two, I'm gonna say too, like, our outside and they outside is different because there is a lot going on. In this era, in our era, we was known to look out for each other.
Oh yeah.
Even as kids, like I'm not gonna let you go out here and something happen to you. Mm-hmm. You my homie type stuff.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This generation, you know what I'm saying? If somebody punch you, they homie, they'll run or they'll like help out. You know what I'm saying? They set him up or something like it's crazy.
Slip him with some type of drug and you know. Kids now, they on D too.
Yeah.
Like, so, no, we had that though, man. We always looking out for each other, man.
Yeah. And then the parents looked out for the kids and everything like that. Now the parents they occupied. They working 2-3 jobs or they hoeing or they on their phones or whatever. Right. So it's just like they
ain't paying no attention.
Yeah, no attention. So
it's way different, man.
It's way different, man.
Where we came, man.
And it's the era, you know, so the eras is just going to get more different each era. I think we grew up in the prime of good love and stuff like that, good music, good love, everything seemed like it was good.
Yeah.
People died, things happened, but it didn't seem like it was strays. You know, some people that most people that got it, you know what I'm saying, they was out here, you know, and they had did some shit and shit like that. It was just walk-ups. You didn't have people riding by houses.
Yeah, just
shooting up the house.
Yeah,
we in the club. You know, we still fought and stuff like that, and still hung out afterwards.
Yeah,
like and stuff like that. Now it's just like, well, you slap somebody, you might die behind that.
Yeah,
I'll say a high chance.
Yeah, big time. Yeah,
yeah. So look at somebody wrong anything. So it's just a high risk now, and the value of life has went down here. You know what I'm saying?
Guidance,
in the world,
man. Ain't no guidance, man. That's why I feel like, you know, see, back then, I mean, I ain't say we had any guidance, but we had,
morals,
yeah.
And I think the system, a lot of people blame the parents, you know, now, like, man, the parents ain't shit, man. I think the system, the system has stripped a lot of us from doing what we need to do. And then even the good parents that's whooping their kids, that's disciplining them, sending them to different schools, them kids still fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just crazy. Like, it's an era. Like, we just in a system.
And the laws.
The system. And I tell people a lot of times, of course, we come from an era where it was most definitely middle finger to the law type shit.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, when I look back at it, we had police like Poo Poo and people like that came through and actually knew us and knew like he ain't doing nothing, you know. But now you have police officers that they might come from Texas and get hired in Hoptown, and so they show them a board and say this over here is bad, over here is bad. So every time they come through there, they clutching.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Instead of like our own people from that community protecting that community,
right?
That's how it should be, and I think that was an error within us too, telling our kids like fuck the police and all this shit instead of like, man, I need one of my kids to be the law to look out for us.
Right. True.
You know,
True.
type shit. Somebody, you know, from the area to be with Timothy, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Timothy, Monk's son. I think he's a state trooper or something like that. I think I seen something he got award or something, Monk's son and stuff like that, but he the only one, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it ain't many, man.
Back in our days, like, we fought the police. Like, there's niggas out there on the block slamming on their head and everything. Like,
so many cop killings and stuff now, man. So many people got killed over the previous years just for being black.
Yeah.
Just for being black. Yeah. And so now you couldn't do what you did back then now. Yeah. Because you don't never know if you're going to live or die. Or die.
Yeah.
You know?
Because soon as if I get pulled over, when you looking in that rear view mirror and he walking up to the car, he clutching.
Yeah.
Like, that right there is an automatic, like, sign of he playing defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He on some, if you budge anything, he's already got his hands on it. So it's just like, that sign, when I see an officer do that, that let me know that you scared. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You shouldn't have to walk up to the car clutching. You know what I'm saying? Have a little faith that I'm one of the good ones. You know what I'm saying? Yes, nah.
Not now.
They taking precautions. It's
they
precautions.
Take a hold. So they feel like they got the upper hand. So
and they don't know you.
You know,
So if it was somebody from the community, they'd be like, "Oh, this is just Teezy. He ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing in here but some money or something."
Yeah. So a lot of people get stereotyped with the dreads and like, look like he could be, hothead or something. So so they probably, use precautions, which is crazy. I'm like, I feel like you need to find a different profession if you
that scared.
If you that scared, but it is what it is, man.
Sure enough. All right, so we're going to fast forward into the Washington end, man. So the Washington end, man, that's a big deal. Like, I think a lot of people try to downplay, you know what I'm saying, and stuff, but dog, that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
To take a hotel and turn it into something and have it in your possession.
Right.
Because people like us don't get those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So how's that work, and what's the deal with that? Like
credit, man.
Yeah.
Credit got good over the years.
Yeah.
But shout out to my girl Ronisha, man. We always watching HGTV channels.
Yeah.
We always want to figure out do something next to the house. Then one night I was passed out asleep. So the next morning, she was like, "Hey, man, you won't believe I done watched, they were flipping a motel." I said, "A motel?" They're like, "Yeah, they took an old motel and remodeled it." I was like, that sounds like a bad idea. I'm like, well, too bad we ain't got nothing here, which we did, but, I didn't know at the time that it was available. So it was crazy because a friend of mine came to me, but he said, "Hey, I don't know what you did seen it or heard, but man, it's a motel for sale." I said, "It can't be right." I said, "We just sitting there and talk about it, and he's like, "Well, you probably want to jump on it before somebody else will." So I'm like, "Well, where is it at? Where's it located?" And, so I went over there to look at it. I'm like, and she's like, "Man, this will be a nice flip." So, you know, I got it, holler at a realtor, and, you know, he went up telling who owned it, which I was like, oh, I know that cat. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
He used to hook up my music, you know, so, So he hollered and he said, hey, man, he said, I said, man, I wish you could come down on that price, man, so I'll go ahead and take it off your hands. He said, what would be good for you? So I gave him a price. He said, oh, no, watch this. He said, that's too cheap. I said, well, I mean, what you got in mind? He said, well, to be honest with you, I was thinking about fixing it up in the next year or two if I don't sell it. But I'm like, but it is for sale, so what would you take for it? What the least you would take for it?
Yeah.
Because I always been, I ain't never got nobody what they want for that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always trying to wheel and deal. So he gave me a fair price.
The negotiator.
Yeah. Negotiate. We're going back and forth. Damn. So the realtor's like, hey, man, what about my cut? You know, I said, well, okay, you still going to get your ends, you know. So we negotiate a deal, you know. So sit at the table and sign it and got the check from the bank. So we wound up flipping it. And we still working. It's still walking. It's a working process. We got the inside done pretty much. Now we're going to work on the outside. Probably sometime when it start warming up. But, you know, it's doing pretty good. And at first, I mean, I had my doubts.
Yeah.
She was like, you got to be patient. Like, you just, quick thing, you just going to make some money. Just, you know, I ain't never, you know.
Coming from the street. You know,
yeah. You know, so I'm weaning myself into this, you know. But she's like, just be patient. And I'm like, a week or two later. Yeah. You know, people, hey, I need a room. I'm like, okay, I need a room.
Yeah.
And a whole lot of people had came from the veteran center. Hey, man, I got kicked out and, you know, I pissed dirty. I ain't going to lie. I need somewhere to stay. How much your rates? And, you know, so I get, like, man, that's pretty reasonable. And for what I'm getting, because, like, yeah, you know, they looking at the room, like, what's the catch to this? I said, ain't no catch. I mean, this is how I present myself. Watch it in.
Yeah.
Put my name on it. So,
yeah.
I mean, if I ain't going to be able to stay in it, I don't want nobody else to stay in it.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're like, man, this is pretty nice for the price. And I'm like, well, holler at me.
Yeah.
And, you know, some people still there.
Yeah.
I get my monthly check. You know, all right, you good. You already accounted for.
Yeah.
I already know you ain't going to work right now, you know.
That's dope right there.
So right now, it's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
At first, we did have ups and downs, man, because it was a whole lot of craziness and stuff. But, man, I'm like, no, I can't have this, you know, not my establishment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And so this is kind of also, I see it as a learning process. Do you think that you would try to get like a bigger hotel later on? Like, is that in the process?
Yeah,
like,
it's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming. Just, you know.
Okay.
Patience.
That's what's up.
I had to learn how to be patient.
Yeah.
So, in the years to come, it's going to be more Washington's ends. You know, this is something that I started, and I want to spread. You know, go nationwide with it if I can.
Hey,
They probably had to upgrade more. You know, get more rooms.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I got to be patient, like my girl told me, and that's what I'm doing. So, you know, it's doing pretty good, and I'm looking to open up some more pretty soon, and probably in different locations, in different cities, and, you know, but gotta make sure that credit and that money right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's a lot about now, man.
Yeah.
That right there changed my life, man,
Changed
for real,
everything,
man.
man.
I don't want to look at the game no more, man. This is a new game, and, you know, because I ain't got to worry about looking over my shoulder or, you know, I'm at ease now, man.
Yeah, and that's a hustle, and it's also a hustler's passion, or the passion to hustle is just like in you. So like, but the game gets old.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people still keep trying to push that passion into the game, and it's like
it's over.
It's over, man. Like, but if you take take that same passion and that hustle and put it into something else, it's like that love starts over again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no difference, man. Besides, I mean, you're more at ease. You know?
Yeah.
Then versus being in the game. Cause in the game, you hardly no sleep for me. You know, because I'm always up watching the cameras. I'm always staying alert of, like, is the police gonna come and get me? Somebody gonna try to rob me? Or, versus now, man, running legit business, it's like, man, I better take the money to the bank. I ain't got to keep all the money on me no more. And, as far as like paying taxes, so,
man,
that's the biggest robbery right now. Man.
Yeah, paying taxes. Man. Most definitely.
But hey.
Wouldn't have no other way though. It's better the taxes than to, you know what I'm saying, than to have it took from you. At least that is like, all right, you got to pay this instead of you just looking up and a motherfucker got a gun to your head.
Right. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, like, damn.
But fortunately, I mean, I had a couple of incidents. I ain't had too many of them, but, fortunate, but back down on Cat used to get robbed like every week or something. Like, man, he just got robbed. It wasn't like that with me. You know what I'm saying? But
I think it's too because you took care of so many people. You know what I'm saying? Even if it ran across a nigga head, somebody else be like, man, that nigga just helped your peoples out. Like, you dumb nigga if you do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And I got that too. I went broke helping people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said, people they turn their back on, but my mom, my sister, and I'm like, man, you'll bounce back.
Yeah.
You're like, you've been too good, and, you'll bounce back. But everybody gone.
Man.
And like my mama told me, read Job.
Yeah.
My mama, she always like, and she knew.
Yeah, she instilled it into you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She always knew something was going on,
Mm-hmm.
Like, she'll call the blue and be like, what you doing? I'm like, I don't be telling nothing, but she was like, you don't sound right. You need to read this, and, me taking heed of what mama said, I was reading,
mm-hmm.
give an aspect of a whole lot of stuff that,
Man, most definitely, man. So, what I'm saying, before we wrap up this interview, I'm going to just run through some questions. So, I know you love cars, man.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite car you done had, and what's the dream car?
I had so many cars, man.
I
don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Flip-flop Chevy on golds. The Impala on gold choppers, the spinners, you know what I'm saying? Riding on spinners. You did a lot, man. You came down the Hummer, the box Chevy, man. You came down on them, man. What was your favorite, though?
I had to say that flip. Man.
That flip was
that gold, man. I've always loved golds, and and that flip just went perfect with it.
Yeah,
and this tripped me out because I was being in school and teachers pull up. The teacher like, there's a car out there changing color with some gold.
That's crazy in school.
Who car is that out there? Everybody turn their back looking. I'm looking too.
Yeah.
So
but they had Teezy wrote in the seats though.
They had a big old TV just sitting out there in the field, man. Man, I like,
who car is that with his name in the seat? That's crazy.
Yeah, my friend Dialva, he had like a newer Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? Some, with some choppers on it.
Yeah.
And some teachers ain't got that type of,
man,
newer car. You know what I'm saying? And like, we always, trying to compete with each other and stuff. But
yeah.
We always motivation to each other.
Yeah.
I put it like that.
I can remember y'all was at a competition one time. It was who was gonna make 100,000 in the summer. You remember that? Man, I asked Teezy at the end of the summer, man, who won? He said, "Who you think won, nigga?" Ask me no dumb shit like that.
Yeah. Look, my dream car is I gotta give Rolls Royce, man.
Rolls Royce.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that. You know, some near future.
Yeah, that's a trophy right
Probably
there.
this year.
Yeah.
Birthday coming up, so
Yeah. You look good in the Wraith, man. It's about time for one of those.
I say that, man. And that was like, well, how you gonna get it? You can't do it. Well, now I can.
Yeah.
You know,
You just swipe
pay
it.
my taxes like everybody else now.
Sure, no.
You know, I got
Collateral, all that.
Yeah. I got a lot of income coming in a month. So
And plus, it can that is an income too, because if you get one, you know what I'm saying, tour roll, rent it. You know what I'm saying, all that.
I'll pick you up. I'll chauffeur you around in it. You know?
Prom come up. Yeah,
you think
all
I ain't
that.
gonna make no money off of it?
Man.
I'm enjoy it. Make some money off of it at the same time. Yeah,
definitely.
That's my mentality, man.
Yeah.
You know,
And so another question. So you done took some trips before. Where's your favorite place that you've been, and where is a place on your list to go?
My favorite place I've been is between, I want to say Africa. It was a whole lot of experience there.
Yeah.
You know, we done something almost every day that we was there, and it was different, man. It was different. It was touching. It's like, man, the stuff that we seen on TV is actually, it's like that for real, man.
Yeah.
It's like that for real. I'm like, I always thought it was a scam, man.
So what part of Africa did you go to?
I went to Tanzania.
Oh, yeah. They scammed me out some bread one time online. Them niggas is some scammers over there. Yeah, they scammed me out some bread. They was like, man, we got that over here for the Lolos. And I'm like, really? Y'all can get it here? And they're like, yeah. They was like, send me the 400. I'm like, bet.
You ain't see them.
Nah.
Yeah. It's beautiful over there, man.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, as far as the water, you know.
It's like natural shit.
Yeah. Our culture, man. And it's like, man, I never thought I'd be able to go to Africa, man. Coming from projects and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought I'd see Africa, man.
Man.
You know,
that's crazy.
So, yeah, I'll say Africa because it was beautiful. It was a learning experience, and it was a long trip.
Yeah.
A long trip, almost a whole day.
Yeah.
To get over there.
Think if you would have had to go on come from a boat.
It's gonna take a while, man. Yeah. It's gonna take a while, man.
Yeah. So where you trying to go? You got somewhere on the list to go that you ain't checked off yet?
Yeah, I mean, I want to go to Hawaii. I ain't been to Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah, Hawaii and
you been to Bahamas and all that?
No, I ain't been to Bahamas.
Jamaica?
I went to Jamaica.
Yeah.
It was cool. Jamaica was cool. We went snorkeling and you know what I'm saying? We done a whole lot of stuff in Jamaica. It was Jamaica. I like Jamaica. It was closer. It was about like a couple hours trip, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I was watching something today, and it was a guy, a YouTuber that I watched. He moved to Dominican Republic.
Oh, we're going there in March.
And he had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment for $280 a month.
What?
He said he went over there, visited, and seen that, went back and got his shit and moved to Dominican Republic. He said, I just moved over here, started my YouTube channel all over and all that shit, and moved to Dominican.
Dang.
He was like, shit, he rich now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So we going to March, so.
That's crazy.
But next month, matter of fact, we're leaving next month, going to the DR.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And I think you got to go from New York.
Nah, we leaving out Atlanta, I think.
You know, Atlanta?
Yep.
That's what's up. Yep. So let's see where we at now. So we talked about the cars, we talked about places. Any other goals beside the hotel? What? No, hold on. What is something that people don't know about you that you like to do on the side? Are you like infatuated with dogs? Are you know what I'm saying? Do you sneak out and watch scary movies at night? What, you know what I'm saying? What the hell? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's something that you would surprise people about you?
Romantic.
You romantic? Because your girl right here, you know what I'm saying? Is he romantic?
I mean, back in the day when she used to work, you know, late at night.
Yeah.
Come home, had the bath water run,
Oh,
champagne,
damn.
cook. You know, yeah. I do stuff like that. It ain't got to be no special occasion.
Yeah.
You know, and people always think I'm mean, which I do. I got a flip side, but I ain't what I appear to be. You know,
Yeah.
I ain't just that monster people trying to put me out as. You know,
Yeah.
I think I do got a romantic side to myself, me personally. But
That's what's up, man.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, say to tap in with that being a father figure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How important is that to you? And like, I know you take that serious. So
Yeah, man. I trying to stay on the kids too, cause I know where I came from and stuff I used to do when I was young. And, and stuff I didn't have versus stuff I got now. So I put that out there, like I try to ease up on spoiling now.
Yeah.
I done that when I was kids, and now they're growing up. Now it's time for me to ease up. Now trying to show them, like the work ethic. Like, hey, I can't spoil you for the rest of your life, so you gotta pick something like.
You can't wear Gucci today. You gotta wear Fendi. You can't wear Gucci, but you can wear the Fendi though.
But I'm supportive.
Yeah.
Like my son, he got multi careers. So one minute he probably want to rap. Next minute he probably play ball. Next minute he want to play football.
Yeah.
Whatever he like doing, I'm there 100%.
Yeah.
So now he want to get into military. So hey, cool with that, man. As long as you ain't out here running the streets, man, and I'm trying to prevent all that.
Yeah.
So when he was rapping, I was right there, supportive. Take him here, take him there, meet certain people. Take him to the studio in Nashville. He worked with a girl in Nashville named Damaya. They done a track together, done a video. Shout out to Randy for being there for him. And, then he liked basketball, and then now he want to play football now. So I'm always there.
As long as they can be kids, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The growing up fast shit, that was for us.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We ain't had no other choice really, man. You know what I'm saying? Versus us now, so we do anything for our kids, We didn't say that our parents wouldn't either, but at the time they didn't have the finances.
Yeah.
Versus that what we got now.
Even the knowledge.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
'Cause I tell people a lot of times that growing up in our era, we grew up out of tradition. So it was, Bible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna eat noodles. You gonna do this. Wasn't no credit talks. It wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because the knowledge wasn't there on how to buy real estate or how to do an LLC or how to dispute your credit report. Like none of that.
There wasn't none of that.
So now, ain't no excuse.
No, ain't no excuse. So so you got to pass down the torch, man. Knowledge is power, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It takes you a long way, man. That's why I try to tell them, man, don't be going to school acting up food and cutting up and stuff like that, man. Knowledge is power, man. If somebody's teaching you something, man, listen, learn it. You know what I'm saying? Because all that stuff's going to soak in because near future, man, ain't no telling what's going to be next, man. Before D'Alva died, like when we was graduating school, he was like, man, he going to ITT Tech.
Yeah.
I said, why you going there for? He's like, man, technology going to take over, man. You know what I'm saying? Robots. And what you going to do then? If robots take your job, then what you going to be? So that's why I got into real estate. Like, what can I do besides, factory work and all that,
Plus, you went back to school, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to college. I went to community, and they kicked me out of there.
Oh, okay.
Say, man, look.
You was in there for a little bit, though.
Yeah, you took every class possible that you could take, man. You're going to have to go to a university.
Yeah.
So I enrolled in Austin P, matter of fact.
Yeah.
And they was shocked by my grades that, and I'm like, you got a B in this? How you do that? That was a tough subject. I said, yeah, it was, but man, I made it.
Yeah.
I made it.
Yeah.
And like, I get all types of stuff. Like people are like, nah, hey man, he's slow, he can't count and all this. But man, for a person made a B out of calculus, I mean, like, it was one of the tough subjects, and you know. But my tutor was like, I'm gonna teach you this, and you gonna learn this. Yeah. Then you gonna teach it to them. Yeah. So pretty much, I done their job, you know. Yeah. You know, but pretty much, it helped me because as long as I was teaching it, I was getting more familiar with it. Mm-hmm. So when I go take my test, I'm gone. Yeah. I'm like, oh, he flunked that, man. Tell me I made an A or B in that mug. Yeah. Because, I mean, I taught it. Yeah. You know?
That's dope.
And I've been trying to teach people, like, when my ex-wife, you know, we took a couple classes together. I was trying to teach her. I'm like, hey, dude, I don't know. Learn this one. I said, okay, cool. And then I get on the dean's list and stuff like that. She be like, how you do that? Yeah. Like, I'm trying to teach you. Yeah. You know? And for me, making the dean's list in college, man,
it's crazy. Yeah.
You don't see that too often from the, you know. So I kind of have book sense, street sense, you know, all in one, you know. Yeah. So, man, people can say whatever.
Recipe for success right there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I was thinking about going back, man, because in the future I want my house built. And I got particular stuff that I want in mind that I want to, you know, have in there. So, yeah. And I was thinking about taking some construction class, you know. And I know a friend of mine was telling me about a class that you could take, you know, and that you go around and build like habitat homes and stuff like that. Yeah. And, you know, I'm trying to get familiar with that because I want to, you know, I ain't going to say build my own house, but I want to help build, you know.
Yeah, most definitely.
I want to put my stamp on it. Yeah. So, yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Well, you know what I'm saying? We've been chopping it up for a minute, man. This was a dope interview. You want to leave him with anything, man, you know?
Man, just don't give up on life, man. I know it be rough, man. Sometimes I hit a rough patch in life, and, you know, I just got to keep my faith in God, man. You know, just don't give up. I mean,
where you start at ain't got to be the ending. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think like, oh, I'm in the streets. I'm locked in for life.
Yeah, it ain't got to be like that. It's other ways, man. It's ways out of this.
Try new shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, I think in our head, just say coming from the projects or coming from a bad environment or whatever, you start thinking like, ain't no way I can go to school. I ain't even going to sign up. I ain't even gonna sign up. Like, ain't no way I'm gonna take calculus. Why would I take that? I ain't gonna learn. Why would I buy some real estate? Ain't nobody gonna rent from me. Like, that thinking is programmed to a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. You gotta throw that out the door, man. Yeah. Can't think like that no more. Yeah. I used to think like that, but I can't do that.
Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. Well, this is, you know what I'm saying, Teezy, you know what I'm saying, out of Hoptown, you know. Teezy, entrepreneur, then became successful doing his thing, man. And I'm going to give you your flowers, too, because you like my brother, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, I witnessed a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? You witnessed my come up, too.
Oh, yeah, man.
So, like, we both still here. Yeah. And that's amazing at times. I look in the mirror like, damn, I'm still in this motherfucker. That's crazy.
Yeah, the things we've been through, like, man, hey.
Yeah. So we still here, man.
I definitely give my flowers to you, man, because you're definitely an inspiration, man.
Appreciate
I like that, man. I'm proud of you, man. Proud of you, man. Keep doing it, man. Yeah. Keep doing it, man.
I most definitely am, man. And maybe years from later, we'll watch this. We'll be old as hell, and we going to watch this and laugh and reminisce and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
We're more successful than we is now.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. That's what's up. Yes. Well, yeah, this is it, man. It's TM Interviews, man. Teezy in the building. You know what I'm saying? I am Maxie. Maxie, don't sleep. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, and all that type of stuff, man. Hit us up, man. And that's it. Yup. Yeah, that's dope.
That turned out pretty good. I thought it was.